So welcome everyone. So Enugu State Government is about to embark on the biggest demolition you can think of in the history of Enugu State. And it's not because the governor wants to. I mean, it's okay for him to demolish them, but because it's necessary to really expand the roads because of the growing population around the Enugu State. People are coming in, then there needs to be some expansion. I'm sure that's the reason why these demolitions are actually going to start taking place. All right. If you remember the Abakpa axis that used to be very tight, there's virtually, if you want to be sick for the day, just try and pass through that Abakpa axis. That's Abakpa Road Market. Like you are going to Nsukka. I'm sure that you are practically going to sleep there if you're going. If you're going to use the road through the rush hour period. The same thing with the mornings and even in the afternoon. It's a no-go area. So the governor is saying that it can't continue like that because of the influx of people. Beyond just the influx of people, the market is expanding every day, and the infrastructure is now too tight. So there needs to be some huge expansion, and so he's embarking on a very huge deconstruction of that place. And reconstruction of that place. So some of the markets and buildings that are located in that axis and shops will be demolished all the way down to Nsukka. Same thing with Penoks. Penoks, we've also seen how difficult it is if you're trying to navigate from Abakpa into Transekulu and then also going towards the Nsukka axis. So it's difficult navigating that place because of how the four direction, if not for anything, that should have been the best place to call four corners, because people coming from are going into Transekulu, it's difficult for them to cross over because there are people coming from Nsukka also. They're trying to also navigate towards the GRA, and then there are people also coming from the GRA and inside town are trying to navigate into their homes into Transekulu, Abakpa, and it's difficult. That place is usually very, congested, and so because of that, is looking to do something extraordinary, and that's the reason why the demolitions are happening. And so the message has been sent out via letter. I don't know if you've seen that letter. Let me put it up. Final notice of demolition, and it's urgent, 31st January 2025. This is to inform you that the state government is commencing the demolition of marked structures along the 44.1 kilometer Nike Lake Road dualization project. That's Penoks, Nowas, Ugwogo, Nsukka dualization, Abakpa Nike, Nsukka Junction, and also the marked structures along the 21.5 kilometers Enugu Airport Road Flyover Bridge, Obinagu or Junction, Amechi, Idodo, and Ebonyi border within 24 hours. You are hereby advised to remove all your belongings and vacate the premises with immediate effect to avoid damage and or loss of life. Please direct all complaints to the Land Property Reconciliation and Compensation Committee, Abuja Building, Government House, Enugu. Your prompt compliance is advised, as this serves as a final notice. Ngozungene PRO, Enugu State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. So it is happening. So if you have a friend, a brother or sister who's got a building around that area, I mean, the government have also said that they're going to pay compensation if you have buildings on that axis that are quite verifiable. So they already tell you where to go and meet their officials so that they could have some documentation to, give you compensation. I really don't know how the people are going to feel having to receive this information. If I had the building on that axis and it's marked for demolition because of this construction of the road, I would feel sad. Even if you tell me you're going to pay me money in compensation, I will really feel sad, because again, we understand how difficult it is to even get a house here in Enugu right now. I mean, it's tough. Those who sold their properties like 5-6 years ago now, I know right now that they are regretting selling it, because that particular building has skyrocketed because of inflation, because of the devaluation of the currency, and so much. I mean, there are persons who are right now going to Abakpa to look for properties to even rent for 2 years with just 2 rooms. They're telling you 1 million naira. it's that tough. And even if you find some places you can't even see, and when you see, they're telling you numbers that are unbelievable. So I don't know how this would affect the housing deficit already existing in Enugu State, because that's just my personal issue with this. People whose shops will be demolished will start looking for money in compensation. I will really feel sad, because again, we understand how difficult it is to even get a house here in Enugu right now. I mean, it's tough. Those who sold their properties like 5-6 years ago now, I know right now that they are regretting selling it, because that particular building has skyrocketed because of, you know, inflation, because of the devaluation of the currency, and so much. I mean, there are persons who are right now going to Abakpa to look for properties to even rent for 2 years with just 2 rooms. They're telling you 1 million naira. It's that tough. And even if you find some places you can't even see, and when you see, they're telling you numbers that are unbelievable. So I don't know how this would affect the housing deficit already existing in Enugu State, because that's just my personal issue with this. People whose shops will be demolished will start looking for another shop. You know how difficult that is. People whose homes will be going down, and whose businesses will be going down. I mean, even if you have the money, sometimes it's not even about the money this time. It's about where are you going to get it? Where are you going to rent? Where is it even available? You know, given the customers that you have and all of those things. So I just wish that at the end of the day, whatever it is that the governor is trying to do, which is expanding the road to double lane, would serve more than, you know, what is existing. Because again, the city cannot really remain like this forever. In fact, you have to go through that road in order to understand what people are going through when they are passing that road through to their houses. You would swear that you would never go through that road. One of the roads actually leads to where I live, and I know how harrowing. Sometimes I actually have to stay beyond the time I usually stay in the office, just so that I can beat whatever traffic that's going to be building up at that time. So I just wish that it is quick enough, and then that place returns to normalcy. I can imagine the destruction. I mean, how that place would look really an eyesore for a while before, you know, you start seeing some of the construction happening. But I mean, on a large scale, if you put it, weight it on all sides, if we have those who are genuine owners of those properties being demolished giving compensation, adequate compensation, I think if you want to weigh it truly, it's about time that those roads are expanded, and no better time than now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. You can also drop your thoughts. If you think the demolition is called for and it's needed, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. I appreciate it.